And I was gonna say, I know you're trying to focus on like relaxing your shoulders. I felt like during the concert, there were, at least in particular, there was a couple solos where I saw your shoulder was really far forward.
Far forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like no, it's your left shoulder, isn't it? Yes, your left shoulder was further forward. So I wonder if you kind like the longer you were playing, the more you tendency is to slide back into your shoulder being forward, and that could just be like a muscle thing.
Yeah.
Could be like a muscle development thing. So like, say for instance, maybe although you're thinking, okay, I gotta relax, okay, then you're relaxing more, and that's great. But then what happens is your body doesn't have enough muscle strength to stay relaxed, because
that's what it seems like.
Right. So what it is so then what you have to do. Let me think of this.
Are you telling me to practice relaxing?
Right. I'm telling you to practice relaxing because.
I'll just pack up.
Right. I mean, hey, you don't even have to play the horn for this. No. But so when you're okay, let's see. I gotta think of how I want to say this. All right. So when you're thinking about relaxing, okay. So if you have a bad habit, okay. So you have a bad habit, and say if my body is used to being like this, then what's happened is over time, I have developed muscle strength that makes this consonant.
Right.
Okay? So then when I do this, that becomes dissonant. That's dissonant to where my muscle strength is set. Even though this is better for me and better for other things, like you said, the thing with your arm, even though that's the case, it's still that this still ends up becoming consonant.
Man, I had a gig Saturday night, and the drive there, I was having the hardest time just not doing this. In the car, just sitting there.
Yeah.
Just trying to...
Just trying to keep the stuff down.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. So that's going to have to be what your mindset is going to have to be, okay, in any particular time during the day, just to think to yourself, am I relaxing? And if you're if you catch yourself doing that, okay, all right, this has got to be the center now. This has got to become relaxed and centered right here, and then I think that's going to go a long way to fixing that issue.
That's the lesson, dude. Finally.
Right. The thing I was talking about, I was talking to somebody about some soreness that I get in my hands. I used to get in my hands. I'm playing flute. This is interesting. It's a little strange how some of this stuff works.
Now, soreness in the palms.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I used to get this thing where I'd get real sore right in here when I was playing. And I was like, why am I getting sore there? And I noticed that I was really gripping the instrument. And I was gripping the instrument probably partially because I didn't trust the balance aspect. And from playing saxophone, although I don't grip the saxophone, but it's like the saxophone is like this. So let me think here. Yeah. So the saxophone is like this. So I have something around my neck. So I don't feel like I have to grip this hand, to do anything. But this, now all of a sudden, it's like, I don't know, something makes me feel like I have to grip the instrument. So I had to really consciously focus on relaxing and not gripping so hard. Okay? And then the same thing was happening to me, like with clarinet. Now, part of this is because I have to remember to wear a neck strap. This one is no, I guess it's not. I have to remember to wear a neck strap on clarinet. Now what happens is if you don't wear a neck strap when you're practicing clarinet, then this joint right here and all of this, if you practice for any length of time, is going to get real sore.
Yeah.
And I don't know how yours is designed. You might not have a loop there. You do? Okay. But some of them don't have loops, so they have like a special strap that just hooks around. It's a piece of leather that hooks around the whole thing. and then you can wear it like that. But anything to take off that pressure. And then what happens is, because of that, then you're going to develop bad posture, right? Mm-hmm. So what you're trying to do is you'll start trying to do like this, and playing this way. I remember sometimes, I would try, when I was playing flute, I'd be, I put my shoulder on something. It's like all of those habits you have to. Okay, posture is everything. Yeah. So what I'm telling you is, you got to eradicate all of that stuff. You got to get rid of all of that stuff, and you might as well do it at once, because that's going to increase your. That is going to increase your comfort level playing the horn. Now, then you don't have to think about, oh man, splitting pain in the center of my back.
And then my focus can go to music.
The longer you play, the more slouched you're getting. Yes. Okay. So then you have to think. So you have to think posture all the time. All the time. It's all about posture. Right. So it's all about posture all the time, and don't use the back of the chair to support your weight. Okay. Now that kind of sucks and that gets hard, but you know what? That was one of the things that, like, when I started playing, my dad was like real big on. He was like always on the edge of the chair, that whole thing, sit up straight. I mean, he was always about that, and I think that really helped. And not that I have the perfect posture when I'm playing all the time or anything like that, but it just starts to feel weird if I'm slouching a little bit too much. It's like, okay, now what's going on? Why? It's like there's a bow in my back. So it's okay. All right, let me try to play straight. Yeah. So anyhow.
So you're saying the longer I play, the more slouched I get, which means that I shouldn't play very long.
Well, I guess that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it.
Answer.
That's right. The other way to look at it is that just to be mindful that that that's the case.
Yeah.
You're going to start slouching. Okay, so since you know you're going to start slouching, start paying attention. The longer you play, pay attention more to your posture. I don't know if it'll help to have a mirror somewhere that you practice.
Well, that's what I've been doing upstairs, is I have those mirrors, and I've been making sure that my shoulders are
right.
relaxed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
I agree, it's posture. I have terrible posture.
Posture. Just think about your posture. When you think about your posture, you're going to be straight.